All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Nisemonogatari, Episode 1. Okay, right. Nisemonogatari.
Yep, yeah. the Kizu movies are done. Now we're on to the next section. Who knows what it could entail?
Right.
Because I feel like there isn't as strong of like a tie-in of like, this is what it will cover, kind of thing.
Do you know what Nisei means, though?
I don't.
I don't either.
Like what I would expect is that maybe it covers like the Hanakawa stuff, since that was the other tie-in of like, I need to have that conversation with Hanakawa at some point. But like Nisei, like I don't know what that means. Like I almost would have expected it to be something like Nekomonogatari or something, But
yeah, maybe that's a thing we just haven't gotten to yet. My main thing that I'm looking forward to in this is kind of a return to form to the Bakemonogatari style, because the Kizumonogatari style was profoundly different.
Yes.
Profoundly different. There were a lot of rules, I would say, that the Bakemonogatari kind of, established that they kind of broke. Mm-hmm. So if they go back to that old school way of things, that would be quite interesting. Mm-hmm. But if they also show that, wait a minute, actually there's rules that are different for every single section of Monogatari, that's also something that could be pretty cool. We find out that there's a different kind of framework and structure by which we need to perceive the overall story. And
also, are they going to introduce new characters? Because the thing is that like the Kizu movies, it's like, okay, they're prequel flashbacks, whatever. So they cover characters that have already been introduced. But with this, they could have it be an entirely new cast, or
they don't have
bring
to
in a bunch of new characters.
I would assume that they would introduce at least one new character, but they don't have to. Right. It's just a question of if they did a build off of the characters that were introduced in Bakemonogatari. Given that there is a debate about order, I would assume that there is some connection to Bakemonogatari in Nisemonogatari,
like the characters
in order for it
still
to be
there.
One that is done next. And also something that's very potentially possible is that we got all this stuff with Kiss Shot Acerola Hot Under Blade or Orion Hot Under Blade. Yes. I missed that one particular part there. That this could also have something to do a little bit with Shinobu.
How she is now.
Now have a little bit more contextual stuff to the backstory. Things there. So it's all a mystery. So it's gonna be fun. So without further ado, y'all, let's get into this. All right, everyone, we're gonna start the episode in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. An egg cracking. Eyes cracking open. Arararagi. Huh.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Maybe Nisei means like taken or something.
Sure. This is some creepy piano.
No, it's about to get kinky up in here.
Possibly.
New character. Oh,
it's Senjugahara.
Returning with a vengeance.
Yeah. No.
This is all part of the foreplay.
I see. Interesting theory. Oh. Antidote. Oh, okay.
Meaning that you didn't poison him, or that you still have the antidote?
Right, exactly. That's why.
Sting like a butterfly.
Yeah.
Is that a clue?
Yes, we understood that, yes. While not being handcuffed, yep. Oh my gosh! Wow. Wow.
Give me your fluids.
Yes. No.
I see. Hitagi is into denial. Okay.
Has this man no pride?
Ah, yes.
Not really.
Yes, you're a thirsty pervert.
Right. You're too far away. My tongue can't go out that far. I'm not a giraffe. Oh my gosh. Rice ball, yes. Because you licked her finger.
Yeah.
No, not that. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Completely unclear. Except that she's enjoying this time.
Yeah.
Here. This is fun. Probably. Yes. Oh my god. Oh my god. What is happening? Yep.
Cool.
New OP with the stapler. Kimi no Tanaraida.
I like how they're reusing bits from Senjigahara's other opening.
Yeah.
So the question is this just the beginning of this arc for this part, of Nisemonogatari? Or is all of Nisemonogatari going to be about Senjigahara? Because I would not mind that.
Well, I think what it is it's the continuation of the arc of Senjigahara and Araragi's relationship in Bakemonogatari.
Right. And the question is just how long are they going to do it? Because, there's really no way to know. Mm-hmm.
Okay. What? Ah, yep. Here we go.
All right.
Kanaba B or something.
Yeah,
part
or
one.
Karen B or
Yeah, something like that. Whoa.
Ah.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, flashback. Yep, yep.
Okay.
I see, I see.
Oh, okay, Karen B. So, okay, so it's his sister.
Okay. Metal music.
Yeah.
Oh, the paintings on the wall.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I think that's representative of the sisters.
Probably.
We're interested to down the things. Hmm. Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
good. They are showing them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. The lights.
It's almost kind of meta because everything's so brightly lit in this show all the time.
Well, it's more like the idea of being put on a set piece.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Yeah, you are easily convinced, Araragi. Wow. How violent. You're one to talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And she's saying that she doesn't know what's going on with herself, too.
Yeah. Ugh. Yep, yep, of course, of course. Gotcha. There's been a couple things before this that we haven't seen. Because things are being told a little bit in reverse. Okay. Hmm. Even if it's unrequited. Hot. Wow. I love doing that. Yeah. I love doing that. But that's what he has to do. That's life.
Yeah, it's a fair point.
Oh my god.
Hey!
Hachikujiiiiii. Oh my gosh, of course. Choices. But you like displaying how much you don't like that elementary school brat.
Right. He's limbering up as...
Right. He's getting ready to fight, yeah.
I mean, after all, she's already dead, so he can fight with her, no problem.
Oh my god.
Wow. Oh, she said it.
He's depressingly close. Yomoki, though. Oh my gosh. Wait, what? Oh, she said his name right. Yep. It's exactly that, yes. As original member. Oh. Oshino was technically a part of the harem, I guess. Yes. Right. That's true. This is so meta, I love it.
Wow.
Oh. Because, yes, you attacked me. Oh! 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 Yes.
A new character. Oh. Wow.
There are plenty of other things. The convenience store is so... a bargain.
Wow. That's amazing.
Oh, Hachikujiiiiii.
And that conversation is probably straight up in the light novels.
Yeah. No, you didn't. Yep. I bit my tongue.
Ne ka wa. Ah.
Yes. Yep. Wow. Yes, of course you're going to demonstrate. Meaning you're going to die? Courage series. Indeed. Grievous!
Yes.
Right. Oh! Well done! Yes! Ah. All right. Super pathetic. Because I want to show you how badass I am. Ah! Ah! Wow!
Oh my god.
So ironic. Is this a freaking JoJo's reference?
Wow. Wow.
Wow. Now he actually gets to see them. Wow. Wow. That joke.
Oh.
Yes,
I got
you
it.
got it, didn't
Yeah.
you? Yes. Wow. Yes, that is how reality works. Oh my god. Yeah.
But yeah, that's a good point. We haven't gotten focused on the sisters, so here we go.
Just fill the whole hole, filler. Aww.
Nice.
No. Oh. No. Oh. Cool. Ah.
Yeah. That'll be sad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
I expect to see silhouette dancing, though.
Yeah, if they don't have silhouette dancing, I will be
very disappointed.
Supremely disappointed. Shinobu, Hachikujiiiiii, and Ken.
Yeah. Senjogahara.
Hitagi.
Nakawa.
Yep. Okay. Huh. And then looping back around.
Shinobu and then Hachikujiiiiii. Okay.
All right. This was a great episode.
It was a really good episode,
This is just wonderful.
Interesting. Gotcha. Okay.
We are back in business.
We are back in business.
Quite an episode.
Yeah. That was a snappy episode.
Yep. Like it's back to the style of, okay, TV episodes now. So, less atmospheric shots and more of just
really snappy dialogue, really snappy visual storytelling, really quick cuts. I would say when they frame the dialogue, they frame it with some aspect of visual storytelling complementing it along the way. And I think the biggest example of visual storytelling this episode was everything to do with the sister. But let's go into the beginning here. So Araragi was kidnapped.
Right, by Senjogahara.
But that was in the future. And then they jumped back into the past a little bit.
Right.
And are going to showcase how he got to that place with a little bit of in media res across maybe a little mini arc of episodes.
Yeah.
Because there was the whole thing of the bee and Senjogahara being there to protect him.
And Senjogahara being there to protect him. His sister, Karen, who is the bee apparently, is really good at karate.
Probably.
Karate. And then Hitagi mentioned the whole float like a butterfly, sting like a butterfly. And it's like, wait, isn't there supposed to be a bee in there somewhere?
Yeah.
And Karen's
There's
the bee.
A bee?
And Karen apparently is the bee because of the whole thing of the Karen bee, part 1 or whatever. So then, but that's in the future. So maybe Senjogahara's figured something out about it, but Araragi doesn't seem to know. So maybe there's stuff there.
Right. Maybe it's something where Senjogahara is trying to distract Araragi by not specifically focusing on the bee because it's something that needs to be dealt with indirectly. Now, here's something that might tie into that is that Araragi has been ignoring his other sister, Karen, and maybe there's an aspect of that whole idea of something being ignored in the way Senjugahara was handling the whole idea of the bee. Maybe if that's an oddity.
Or and it could also just be something where she's like, no, I'm going to spend time with you, and I know that there's another oddity out there, and you're going to want to go fix it, but no,
you have to stay here with me. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly, and I'll clean your diapers and everything. and you will lick my finger for water, and all of that. And the fact that she knew exactly how far he could stretch out to, like, she just put her finger out there with a drop of water, and it was everything that he had to do to get exactly to where he could lick her finger.
Yeah.
Clearly, she has a dizzying intellect and has had a lot of time to plan this.
Right. Well done. Nice reference. There were a lot of little hidden jokes that made this feel a lot more like, kind of Bakemonogatari. And
a lot more Japanese language jokes.
Yeah, there was a lot more of it that felt, I would say, kind of like a simple, just kind of fun, goofy, wacky episode. But it was exemplified when Hachikuji was brought in at the end.
Yeah,
everything with Hachikuji was handled hilariously, just perfect. Now, I gotta say, before we go into that, though, there was an Evangelion reference in there.
Yeah, I think it was the "Don't worry, I'll protect you," or okay, wait.
Hold on. Be Poison is strong. Is it? Don't worry,
you won't die.
I'll protect you. You won't die.
Oh yeah,
because I'll protect you. I've heard to enjoy this conversation with no unnecessary Evangelion references. Yeah. So that line, "You won't die because I'll protect you," and the way she was kind of having her her face there, is that a reference to what's her name,
Asuka?
The redhead Asuka?
Yeah, I think it might be.
I think it is an Asuka reference.
With her ending, because I think it is. Yeah.
Okay, because I was like, I'm not 100% sure where that is in Evangelion, but wanted to make sure that was there. Okay, so that happened.
Yeah, that happened, and that whole conversation was great because we didn't because we got pretty much not all the characters from Bake, but we got most of the important ones from Bake.
Ouch! Hanakawa, rip in peace.
Well,
Hanakawa had a text or a little bit of a phone call.
Oh no!
In this episode, that was it.
No, I was gonna say in Kizu we got.
Okay. I thought you were about to say in this episode we got all the important characters. I was like,
no. Basically, we got a bunch of great Hanakawa and Shinobu in Kizu, right? And we got great Oshino and everything. But we didn't get any Hitagi, which is kind of a problem.
How can you forget Hachikuji, though?
Well, Hachikuji, a lot of people forgot Hachikuji.
Ouch.
But and I'm not actually sure if that fully works. Whatever.
Yeah.
But the thing is that starting out with Senjugahara, that was absolutely fantastic. It's like, yes, we're back. We're back.
Yes.
Things are as they should be. And then finishing off with Hachikuji, that was fantastic.
Right. Yeah. So I think that we can go into the banter and potential plot. They're very minor plot things that were discussed, but there are a couple things that I think were more foreshadowed and pre-shadowed.
Right.
But the big, I'd say, almost world-building, Araragi harem-building thing here that's kind of interesting is that Araragi very, very clearly has a sister complex. Just a little bit. The way that they framed every shot for the sister, it was
and the question is how much of that is is Araragi versus just for the audience?
Araragi is Araragi is
sometimes quite literally the perspective character.
Well, no, he is always the perspective character. No,
I know, but sometimes the shot is his literal perspective of he'll be talking and he's just behind the camera, basically.
Yeah. Well, basically, in terms of the way everything is shown, it's Araragi. So I would say that if anything, it might be that there's also maybe the sister has a brother complex a little bit as well. But the thing that was really curious in terms of visual stuff was the paintings.
Yes,
on the side, which had a calendar on them, so they weren't actually paintings, all of them. Some of them had, one of them was an actual calendar.
And like, yeah, and it very much was showcasing, like, it was in the background kind of, and it's like, oh, maybe they won't notice it, and then it's like showing them up close, and it's
we're like, oh, so they are important.
All right, yeah, they are important, and this is definitely going to focus on the sisters. But they also brought back Sengoku, friend of the sisters, and that whole thing there.
Okay.
So, well, but
yeah, I'm still talking about the sister here. The thing with the sister that's really compelling and really kind of unnerving is that this is just one of the sisters, right? But this sister specifically, and I'll get the names eventually, but the thing that seemed to be rather odd here was, remember how earlier on in the show, like in Bake, they would wake him up, like after every episode and stuff,
or every arc.
Yeah, or after every arc or something like that. Yeah, there seemed to be this kind of reset where they would just go back to the sisters and stuff.
Yeah.
And the way this one just kind of had this, like, really just bored kind of just, oh, life, yeah, it is what it is. Oh, Araragi, yeah, like, aren't you gonna, like, kind of do this thing there? There's this feeling of projection where the sister here feels like an aspect of Araragi's kind of, I don't know, maybe some aspect of him being like retroactively filmed back, like sent back towards him. And then they had this whole thing of the environment that they were in being this set room with lighting, like cast in a very much like, hey, let's catch every angle and stuff right here. And it's almost like we have a model on stage and we're giving them basically the prima donna treatment of so being on stage to perform and stuff. So
not to brag, but I think I've cracked this episode.
Oh, really?
So everything is about attention.
Okay.
We start out with Senjugahara, and she's getting the attention by being back in the series, right? And she's also getting Araragi's attention by removing everything else so that it's only her, right?
Right, and she probably did handcuff him.
Yeah.
Like we don't have definite proof according to Senjugahara.
But Senjugahara
she did it. Yeah.
She's just a little bit kinky.
Yeah.
She's into denial. It's very possible that she's into bondage as well.
Oh yeah.
But anyways, that aside, so then we have Sengoku, who wants his attention, right? Of like hanging out with him and stuff, and come over, right? And then we have Hanakawa, who, interestingly, but given that this is after Kizu, maybe it's not that, it's not that crazy. She does the thing of, oh, I can't study with you today. I'll make it up in 2 days' time. Now, that could also be something of, like, basically postponing Araragi's attention for later, which is kind of what Bake did, too.
Sure.
But then there's the sisters, right? And the sister is bored. There's the lights everywhere, right? The lights basically that would give focus to her, right?
Yeah.
Araragi is about to go somewhere else, right? Yeah. And he's saying, oh yeah, you come along, right? And she says no, right?
Well, right. And the thing of why that still works with the whole idea of attention, because on some level it actually doesn't, but on another level, what it is it's not about just attention, it's about undivided attention.
Exactly.
It's not about having just someone give you attention, it's about that idea of being front stage, about being center stage, and about having all the attention. And they even mentioned on some level the whole idea of stages, with Hachikuji later talking about how his sisters are backstage. You can
exactly.
Yeah.
Right. And you could also say that that's something where, because of the close relationship, because I believe since he was telling not Karen but the younger one, I forget the younger one's name, but since he was telling her to come along with him, there's the idea that okay, so they were the ones that were close friends, because they mentioned that in Sengoku's arc in Bake. But also there was a falling out because of the whole thing that happened, and the jealousy that happened. So she's like, no, I don't want to go with you, because she understands what it would be like for Sengoku, but also because she knows what it would be like for herself. And the fact that Araragi is just going and he's just leaving her there, not saying anything, not doing whatever, and maybe not interacting with them the way that he used to, all the fights and stuff like that. And of course he has his own reasons, because he's an ex-vampire and all that stuff, and he could actually seriously hurt them, but they don't see that, right? It's that whole lack of communication on that front. So hence, ta-da.
Yeah, I think you've got it for sure. I think the whole idea of it being about giving people your undivided attention is something that would be akin to what Hachikuji was wanting later and asking as a promise to say, like, please let me, come to you with my problems if I can. Will you give me your undivided attention when I have something that's important to deal with?
And didn't he say, like, I won't have time if you have a problem, I won't have time for anyone else or something like that?
I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, we can go back and check real quick.
But he says something along those lines. I won't give anyone else enough time to save you.
Yeah, I think that's more just a thing of saying, like, I'll be the first.
Right, I'll be right there. Yeah.
I'll be very quick here.
Yep.
Yeah. This is something I wanted to double check on. She makes a comment on saying you only share your problems with me and Shinobu. Does she know about Shinobu? Given what we've seen?
I don't know.
Because I don't think she should. So one of the things that I got the vibe from this is that Nisei is going to follow a non-linear means of storytelling.
Right, and they
it's either going to be right, but it might continue to be told in reverse. Like they might not go in media res and collect back up to the beginning, or if they do, it might be then where the next segment of episodes they go back again. Right. And then collect back up to the beginning.
They could do them in parallel.
Right. Yeah. Or not in parallel, but think about it this way. It's like a reverse bunny hop with I think about it this way. So this is the beginning, this is the end.
Yeah.
So they start at the end here, they jump back and then they collect up. And then they jump back further and they collect up to the point where they started the next one, and they jump back even further and collect. They could do that here. That would be really complicated. But there are a couple things that I think are insinuating that there was a little bit of time that they jumped in between here.
Yeah.
With regards to the previous bit. Also, that's another thing. Bakemonogatari ended not in the... No, I don't actually know the Japanese school schedule and stuff.
Well, they ended, and there was the whole cultural festival, which I'm guessing would have been close to the end of the school year, which means that summer vacation wouldn't be that far away.
Right, and they only get, what, like 4 or 6 weeks of summer vacation?
I think it's like 3 weeks, potentially.
Okay.
But,
So then this is either the end of summer vacation, or this is... Because what was the...
Yeah, he mentioned the date at the very beginning of the episode.
Yeah, it was July. It was July like 29th or something.
like
July 30th. Yeah, 29th and 30th. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like 29th. Oh wait, it could be the 30th. Yeah.
But then the thing is, then they go back. Go back once they go to everything here, and that's probably why they showcase the calendar.
Sure, and also the whole thing of like still studying with Hanakawa because studying during summer break, that's a thing that they do, right?
Yeah, and Hachikujiiiii's all really concerned about him getting into a more advanced education place and stuff. So he was talking about the cram school that she forced him to get into and stuff. Yeah, there's this whole little thing with the numbers on the side, so it's not actually a calendar. It's some kind of kind of thing where they focus on just showing a bunch of numbers, and then they have
the number two is front and center. So that's again the idea
of the younger sister.
Well, the younger sister, but also the idea of not being the number one undivided attention, because it's number two with all the other people focusing on number two, right?
Right.
So there's that. Also, the fact that Karen leaves, that could be something where, because undivided attention is not being received, there's the, I feel like it's the reverse of what the younger sister is doing, of how to basically deal with that, of being like, okay, I don't have the attention anymore, I'm just going to leave. I'm going to, do all this stuff more, trying and striking on her own path rather than being dependent on Araragi and what he does.
That's a good point.
Hence the karate and all that stuff and, everything, but yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of potentially, I would say, revealing things with regarding Araragi's character. I would say by the way they focus on the sister here.
Go back a little bit when she talks about the older, middle, and younger sister, and he's like, I don't have a middle sister. I don't know what is going on with the bigger sister, the little sister, or the middle sister, and I don't have a middle sister. But that's also her saying, I don't know what's going on with me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So in some ways, she's actually asking for help here.
Yep.
It's something that also was kind of interesting because she brings up the idea of things being good from her perspective, basically trying to communicate her perspective, because obviously he's only seeing things from his perspective.
Sure.
Araragi's.
Well, and the whole thing about, the love, even if it's unrequited, it's like, oh yeah, I wonder.
She says, even though it explains things with Karen-chan, when I freaked out a minute ago, you backed off. Dealing with you has gotten a lot easier. I mean, from our perspective, it's good because it's easier to get our way. And then it says, but don't just grow up and leave us behind.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because if you think about what Senjugahara is kind of doing, is she's kind of asking Araragi, hey, man up and deal with your future. Like, let's
fortify,
get you into cram school so you can get a better education, get a higher education and stuff like that. And Araragi's like, pressure. Like, oh my god.
Sometimes literally.
But things that are interesting about Araragi specifically is that a lot of what he does is quite childish. So having a sister who is childish say, don't just grow up and leave us behind, I think is kind of a doomed request, because it's basically saying, don't be the protagonist.
Well, right. It's saying I liked things the way they were.
Well, yes, absolutely.
Before all of this other stuff,
before all these other people came into your harem, basically.
Right. And because then again, not number one focus of attention and all that.
But really, really interesting stuff. Hachikuji, though, my favorite parts in this episode, there are so many little gags and jokes that were ridiculous. I cannot believe they did the cream pie in the face and joke.
That's also basically saying that she had like a cream pie launcher like under her skirt.
No.
But it's also just the idea, that Araragi creaming himself. Yeah.
It's even worse than that, though.
Oh, she creamed herself?
Do you know what pie is another word for?
Oh.
And cream in the face and what he basically... It's not literal. It's something that he wants.
Oh boy.
Yes, Jacob. That's why it's like I could not believe they went like so perfectly like trifecta on this level of jokes. It was that was some next level Monogatari stuff, and yet it wasn't even subtle. Like
not at all.
Like
not at all.
Oh my gosh.
One of the things that I am really glad about is that they confirmed that basically in episode 12 of Bake that yes, even though it was off screen, Araragi and Hitagi did mac out plenty. Which that like
yes, that is awesome.
Because the thing is that with Araragi you never can be sure, because he's chicken. Yes, seriously. So the fact that they basically said that there, that did my heart a lot of good.
Yeah, that's all good episode 12 Bakemonogatari stuff.
Exactly.
But here's another thing. They bring attention again to the whole idea of things being center stage or on stage, with Hachikuji talking about the supernatural and how once you find out about the supernatural, you actually know even less. And then she goes that supernatural is basically what's going on behind the curtain. And he's like, behind the curtain? And she's like, normally you only need to see what's happening on stage.
Right.
Meaning basically that for, when you, basically have to deal with people who are, having their problems and stuff. A lot of it is happening behind the curtain in the supernatural.
And then she
says, if you find your family, or if they find themselves unfortunately backstage, then you'll basically have to, guide them out.
Yep.
Which literally is going to happen at least for Karen.
It's basically just saying, hey, here's the story of Nisei.
It's going to be a lot of it focused on the family.
Yep. Which I'm all for. Yeah, because again, we were thinking wait, are they going to introduce new characters? No, because there are characters that were kind of forgotten about, that are there that can have that development and stuff.
Yeah.
So, hey, there we go.
There you go. Yeah. So, y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction discussion. This was a good premiere episode to the next section of Monogatari. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get an early access there.
Yes.
Any level support gets you access to our Discord, where you can chat with us about stories, get involved with community events, talk with people about other shows you like, or just hang out and do whatever. And if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time. I was like, I will see you all.